Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bashem, Rakakwadash, and much mercy and honors to you true brothers out there, man. You true believers, you brothers that's actually hidden in the Lord, and basically it's a battle for your souls in these last days. And the only way you're gonna win that battle is by you acknowledging Yahawashi, because everything else don't matter. Like all the prophecies and the things that's happening in the world, it does not matter unless you actually have Yahawashi and you're teaching Yahawashi and you understand that Yahawashi spilled his blood so we can get that spirit right now. And that's our ticket out of here. So just prophesying and knowing shit, and like I heard this guy say, he said, people, they don't have this truth. If you don't have this truth, it's deeper than just having the truth. It's about Yahawashi. Yeah, it's about Yahawashi. It's deeper than just having the truth. It's not about just having the truth, because Esau has the truth. 2/3 in a lot of you guys are 2/3 in the truth, man. You're 2/3 with the truth. The key is Yahawashi. Now, what's happening is your leaders is telling you that we're not in that covenant with Yahawashi yet. So what that's doing is that is like blocking you from being able to be saved, actually. And that's blocking your salvation, because that covenant is here. It is here. It's all through your mind. It's through belief. And the scriptures say that prophecies, God's doing all this prophesying, but if you don't actually believe in the Lord, then all that prophesying, it doesn't matter. If you don't believe in Yahawashi in these last days, it doesn't matter. So this is a battle for your soul. And if a lot of you guys are so fucking demonic that you're gonna let guys take your goddamn soul and tell you that you don't agree with Yahawashi, when the Lord, he tells you that all you had to do was believe on him. And Paul tells you that we have access through the Spirit, through Yahawashi, because you have to believe on him. And the things that Moses did in that old law, Yahawashi, he did more than the things that Moses did. Moses wasn't able to do what the Lord was able to do. And the thing about that, all the prophets in the Old Testament knew that too. They knew that the Lord was going to send down the Father, and he was going to have, like John the Baptist says, those shoes he wasn't able to fill, meaning that pretty much nobody was going to be able to fulfill those shoes and walk in those certain steps that the Lord walked in. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. You got to understand that Yahawashi is that vocal point that guys got to get you to deny, because this is a demonic society and it's a battle for your soul. And the Lord is actually still calling out, because the world's so demonic, but he's only calling through a few brothers. He's not calling through the multitude or everybody or camps, bro. Every major camp is tainted with Satan. Let me say it again. Every major camp is tainted with Satan, knowingly or unknowingly. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord tells you in Ezekiel that this is going to be a small sanctuary. So a lot of you guys, you gotta understand what this thing is. It's not just about being with the popular group. Anything popular, and right now, anything that's popular and that's out there in the world, it's of the world totally. Even camps, even guys, even the elders, they're all of the world, man. They're all of the world. And for further more truth that makes guys of the world is that they're not even teaching Yahawashi. They're teaching all these things that's going to happen. Guys are not even teaching the Gospels or Yahawashi or the parables. Guys are just overlooking that like it don't even matter. And in the Gospel, that's where all the faith is. That's where all the judgment is. That's where all the discernment is. Just like yesterday, I went over the marriage and the wedding. And that's a lot of discernment that lets you know, like, you can't just be in the marriage. You can't just say you have the truth and then make it seem like, well, you know a little bit more than the people in the world. That don't mean anything. This thing was about Yahawashi, man. This is what this thing was about. And me, myself, and the brothers around me for the last 3 to 4 years now, almost pretty much, we had to really learn that, you know. For myself, I was in a fucking spell in these camps. But only if you are going to break out of that fucking spell. For the majority of you guys, you're trapped. You're trapped in that fucking spell, which that's the matrix. Which is a higher learning and it's a higher understanding once you break free from these goddamn camps. And I tell you, man, your leaders and your elders and shit like that, I say, they know that what they're doing is actually wicked. They know that. But they have a job to do. And none of you guys don't fucking matter. See, that's the thing about it. What's going to happen is, with the prophecy of 2/3 of our people having to be destroyed, the majority of you guys, you're going to be destroyed because what you're doing is you're denying Yahawashi. So when you say, hey, I'm not in the covenant with him, you're saying to the Lord, like, hey, I don't agree with you. Which the Lord already agreed with his men already. He already put his life on the cross to die for the few right now. And eventually, in the kingdom, all of our people will come back to the Lord. But right now, in this time, the Lord is only dealing with the elect. And guys talk about the elect. But they're denying Yahawashi. So actually, they're against the elect when they say they teach the elect. When the elect are going to be the ones the elect are not going to be out there amongst the multitude. This is what you got to understand. So it's a battle for your soul. It's not about all the prophecies and what Esau is going to do and this shit in the world, the news in the world, and this and that and this, and guys dying. Guys steady make videos on guys that die because guys are of the dead. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Guys are dead, man. They're dead, and they're teaching to you. They're teaching you. They're showing you guys that die in the fucking world. And it's not even about nothing about this world. It's all about Yahawashi and believing on him because he said he wasn't even of this world. So check this out. So if the Lord said he wasn't of this world and all these guys are preaching these things about the fucking world all the time, I mean all the time, it's just all about the world. It's not even about Yahawashi and the new covenant because they are against the Lord. It's a battle for your fucking soul and you got to see that shit. And the Lord still has mercy. That's why we're speaking. That's the mercy. I know a lot of you guys, you look at guys because they're not famous or they haven't been in the truth 50 years. Guys that's been in the truth 50 years, 30 years, 40 years, they're corrupt right now. They're not even in the right fucking mind, bro. But the Lord raised up, just like in that story of Susanna, guys don't like to bring up. These corrupt elders, they were old as fuck. And they were trying to fucking run a train on Susanna. But the Lord raised up Daniel, a young man, to fucking actually judge the situation properly. And it comes to find out that these old corrupted motherfuckers, they really were trying to fucking rape her, man. But they were going to let her get stoned if Daniel didn't raise up and actually see this thing correctly. And it's just like now, the Lord's raising up like young men to see this thing correctly because we're not getting paid for this. We're not getting paid for this, man. We put our time into this because we actually believe this and we understand what happened and we can see. And the Lord put us on a certain level where we can see way more than everybody else pretty much, man. And we can actually see what's going on. And the Lord is having mercy through a few brothers for the multitude and everybody and 2/3 and all that. A lot of you guys, you're going to die, man. Because you let these corrupted elders, they're corrupted right now. They're not even pushing Yahawashi like that. Like camps, if you pay attention to camps, they're not pushing faith in the Lord like that. Like that's what you got to be pushing. Guys are pushing all this other shit of the world, Esau and this and the dead and just bullshit, bro. And they're not pushing the like the Lord, faith, mercy, and the heavy matters of the law. Matter of fact, the Lord tells you that they omit the heavier matters of the law. It's the same shit. Guys are omitting Yahawashi. They're literally omitting Yahawashi, but coming in His name. That's why the Lord said, "Many will come in my name and say, Lord, Lord." And I'm gonna tell you as depart. And that's what's literally happening. So it's a battle for your own fucking soul. It's not for our soul, because we understand that Yahawashi died over 2,000 years ago and spilled that blood so we can teach this word right now. That's what this is about. But if you can't fucking get that and you can't understand what the Lord actually did, then you are going to let these old guys destroy, because you're in a respect of persons. And guys are so of the world, they have to go where the fame is and the glitter and the gold. Well, everything that glitters, it ain't fucking gold. These guys are fucking wood. And what you guys don't see is the word that we're speaking is actually burning these guys up. And the more we speak this word, the more they move away from Yahawashi. They have to find other topics that don't fucking matter. And that's why we're telling you guys, all these groups are fucking satanic right now. And let's just say, look, you might be following groups, right? And you may be sincere. But if you're under the doctrine and you're under these groups and these men, then you're just as guilty as them. Now this is Matthew chapter 8, verse 22. I'm going to start at 20. Matthew 8 and 20. It says, "And Yahawashi said unto them, the foxes have holes and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head." And this is very important, because you're not going to have a place in the world like that. Now, these churches and groups and establishments and camps and shit like that, that have a place and a name in the world, they're not of the Lord. The ones of the Lord, they're not going to have like a specific place in the world. They're going to be like a pocket nobody really is looking at. And that's where the Lord's going to be. So if the Lord said He had no place in the world, and guys are famous and great and double honored, and guys are the biggest camp, and they're the pound for pound greatest camp, that means they have a place in the world. Okay? So you're in there, and you know, they teach you a bunch of prophecies, but Yahawashi, they don't really go into the Lord. They're not teaching the Lord or what the Lord said, because everything the Lord said, guys are against everything the Lord has said. Guys are against it. Guys, the Lord said, take the Lord's seed. He didn't say be pound for pound the greatest. So all you guys that's in these camps, man, you're going off, man. You're of the world, because you have a place in the world. Let me read this again. Matthew 8 and 20. And Yahawashi said unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. So in this world, He was telling you, all these other things have places to rest and to be apart with this world. He was telling you that the Lord, He didn't have a place in the world at all. You're going to have to find and search for the Spirit. And a lot of you guys are carnal. You settle for the glamour and the gold. And it's not like that. It's not like that, man. Verse 21, and another of His disciples said unto Him, Lord, suffer me first to go in to bury my father. All these guys that's dead in the world. But Yahawashi said unto them, follow me and let the dead bury the dead. And all these guys, especially this guy Korah, man, he does videos on every celebrity that dies, bro. And he's telling you right there that he's dead. Their camp is dead. Because if everybody follow that Korah and these guys, right, and they're not even in the spirit, and they're teaching about the dead and all that. See, we don't give a fuck about these guys or what they're teaching. But like the brother said the other day, and like we have to let brothers know where the evil is, or we'll be like you guys. See, we don't have a respect of persons over here. And we could see that the most popular and the famous group and all that shit, they're all wicked, man. They're dead. Their sacrifice, the scriptures say the sacrifices of the wicked man is an abomination. So it don't matter what these guys are bringing out because they're not teaching Yahawashi. You're supposed to teach Yahawashi, not prophecies all fucking day. You're supposed to be in that spirit of the Lord. And that's what we're trying to get brothers to see. But your elders and these men, like Korah and all these guys, they deny the new covenant. They say you're not in the covenant with the Lord yet because you need a new body. And that, like I say, man, that is the most backwards shit ever. You say that, men say that we're not in the covenant with the Lord, but then what they do is they say the Lord is going to deliver them. So you're not in the covenant with the Lord. You're not agreeing with the Lord right now because that's what it means. And you think the Lord's going to deliver you and you're going to get new bodies and you deny him. So that's what we're dealing with, man. The Lord said, follow me. You have to follow the Lord, not the dead. These guys are talking about the dead, man. If guys talk about motherfuckers in the world more than they talk about Yahawashi, they're not of the Lord, just by what guys is teaching. If Yahawashi is not like the main thing you're talking about in your videos, and you're not identifying the wicked with what the Lord said, that's what you have to do. You have to identify the wicked with what the Lord said. Then they're not of the Lord. The Lord said, what comes out of a man, it defiles him. So what's coming out of guys is not Yahawashi. The majority of guys sit downs and what guys go into, it don't have anything to do with the Lord. And that just lets you know they're not of the Lord. They're telling you about all these events. And guys say all praises to the Lord, but that don't mean anything if you're not really actually teaching the Lord or walking like the Lord. See, it's not just about knowing the truth like this one of these clowns, man. All you guys in these camps, man, the truth is you're zombies, bro. You're zombies, and you're a zombie on a whole nother level because it's like you have like certain parts and bits of the truth, but the higher levels of Yahawashi, you're fucking dark to those. You're dark to those because you don't understand how important Yahawashi is. And for you to say you're not with him, then that means you're not in his spirit. And a lot of you are not in his spirit because Yahawashi didn't go into the dead. He didn't go into Esau all fucking day. He went into discernment, judgment, being able for you to see. That's why he said, bless who eyes that can actually see. Because a lot of you guys, you're not going to be actually able to see. And when you go to John 6, Peter told, Yahawashi told Peter, will you be offended? And will you leave me too? And Peter was like, hey man, thou, you got the word of eternal life. Where the fuck else I'm going to go? And a lot of brothers see it like that. They see it that Yahawashi is the only way to go. But if you're not talking about Yahawashi and you're not teaching him like that, you're not of the Lord. It doesn't matter about you just having the truth. It's not about just having the truth, man. It's not about that, bro. I heard that the other day. I hear a lot of things guys are saying. And they actually are against Yahawashi. So Yahawashi said, he didn't have nowhere to rest his head. Now, jumping up, Matthew 8:22, but Yahawashi said unto them, follow me and let the dead bury the dead. So you have to follow the Lord. These guys that's talking about motherfuckers that die all the time, giving you an update on who died in the world, man, they're of the world, bro. They're of the world, and they can't help it. They don't have the spirit of Yahawashi. They cannot, and they can't fake it either. You have to be able to see that on your fucking own. Verse 23, and when he was entered to the ship and his disciples followed him, behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, and so much the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. His disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And this is one of my favorite scriptures because the Lord was sleeping. All this shit, basically all this shit that's happening in the world, is so much shit happening, but it does not matter because you're in the spirit. So it doesn't matter if guys are dying or if this happened or Bitcoin or this, World War that. Jacob's this and Jacob's that. See, Jacob's trouble, it doesn't matter. If you're not in the spirit of the Lord, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, bro. It doesn't matter, bro, because a lot of you going to be caught up in it because you've been teaching the scriptures the wrong fucking way. And your elders and these guys, they're corrupted, man, because they didn't take the low seat. So they're corrupted. So they don't really have no fucking judgment, bro. They're just newscasting and teaching you bullshit because Yahawashi's not there. See, you can't be, if you're not really teaching Yahawashi, you're going to become something, you're going to have a place in this world. That's what the scripture is telling you. Because if the Lord said he didn't have nowhere to rest his head, that means he didn't even have a place in the world. Through the Spirit, he's telling you like, hey, I didn't have a place in the world where I was great or honored. I didn't have that. I didn't have that when I came. But for these guys having that, they're telling you that they're not of Yahawashi and Yahawashi is not in them. So it's important you understand these parables in the Lord, because what's happening, a lot of you guys, you're going to lose your life and your soul because you look up to guys that you think is of the Lord and they're not of the Lord because they became corrupt. And we're teaching you the things to really look at, man. But guys are not looking at that. They're looking at how famous somebody is or how much clout guys have or how long they've been in the truth, which lets you know that all those things that make your ass carnal, you're not even looking at the scriptures. Because that's where the Spirit is in the scriptures. Now it says, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, and so much that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. So basically, we're not worried about all this shit in the world. We're not worried about none of this shit. And that's what the Lord was showing you right there. That was an extraordinary act of faith to let you know where you got to be in the mind. These guys are not there. They're worried about all the things in the world. We don't get on videos and just talk about all this shit that's going to happen and all this shit Esau and everybody's dying in the world. We don't get on the videos and say that. We get on the videos and let you know what Yahawashi was doing. We let you understand that the parables he was talking about, being able for you to be able to see who's of him and who's not. And sorry to say, the greatest and the famous and the multitude and where guys and churches and where everybody is, that's not where the Lord is. You have to look at this thing for yourself and believe on the Lord for what he is. Now, Matthew 8:25, and his disciple came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. So the Lord was asleep. Now, it's just like us right now. We're in the spirit. We're dead and we're asleep to this world. We don't care what's happening in this world because we have access to the Spirit through Yahawashi. And you're only going to have access to the Spirit if you're representing Yahawashi. So it's not about all the fucking knowledge you have. You know, guys got all this fucking knowledge and they know all these scriptures, but it's nothing without actually walking and understanding Yahawashi totally. See, it's not about all the knowledge. It's about you accepting the Lord and walking as he did, eating of his blood and drinking of his flesh, which a lot of guys are not doing that. They're not doing that. Now, verse 26, and he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. So the Lord was all about rebuking. He rebuked the winds, and the winds stopped what? The water. And I love bringing this parable up because this is what place you have to be in the spirit. You have to be in a place where everything around you, like this world, can be going crazy, death, all that shit, bloodshed and all that. But you're walking in the spirit through all that shit. So you don't worry, you don't care about it. The Lord was asleep. You know, this is one of my favorite parables because this is just like what's happening now in the world. All this shit that's happening in the world, we don't care about that shit. That's why the Lord said, oh, ye a little faith. Guys are telling you about all this shit in the world because they don't have no fucking faith. Oh, they don't have Yahawashi. Now, verse 27, but the men marveled, saying, what manner of man is this? Even the winds and the sea obey him. So when you understand, when you have Yahawashi, you're not worried about the waves. You're not worried about the ship shaking in the tempest of the sea and the things of the world and the death and all this shit. You don't care about that because you have the Lord, and you understand these things must come. So we're not doing videos on bullshit. We're doing videos on Yahawashi, how he was in the spirit. So if you don't teach the Lord like that, you're not in the spirit. Hey, and with that, hey, shalom.